because I feel uneasy. I feel nervous. A lot of people feel frustrated. Some people even feel angry.
We haven't had any public testing very early on in the process.
I'm not excited right now. Is anyone else just in a bit of a state of,
It's out on the 26th of November. I do have a pre-order link for you.
First of all, we've got to talk about this logo. I know it's supposed to be like FM, old style, like leather football. Not a fan.
Because there's been no information, and even today it was like, oh, find the information. You look at it and go, we learned nothing new.
Push it back a year with a new engine. Give us a proper upgradable product.
Let's try and get a positive feeling about this game going, because it really needs it right now, doesn't it?
Bloody hell, cheer up, guys. Or have they got a point? Are they right? All right, let's talk about it. Hello, I've been away for a bit, and as you can see, FM25 is causing some volcanic eruption. It's been a while, and me and you, YouTube, we've not really had a chat for a while, so let's have a chat, let's converse. So, where have you been? What have you been up to? Well, a little bit of Grand Theft Auto roleplay, been enjoying that, and I presented at the FIFA E World Cup featuring Football Manager. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yeah, have you been nominated for a Sports Broadcast Award? Oh, I wasn't gonna mention that. Yeah, we have been. Yeah. Probably won't win, though, so don't get too excited. Well, it's okay. It probably look like it's going to win and then probably won't win because I'm involved. Bottle it. We'll probably bottle it. We'll bottle it. But no, I took a proper break. Let's see this as a relationship, right, between me and you. I was doing these little breaks here and there, right? I was going away with the lads for a bit. I was coming back and I still wasn't really feeling this. And we both knew, didn't we? You could tell for a while that this wasn't everything I wanted to be doing. And as much as playing Football Manager, for lots of people, is their dream job, and being a Football Manager YouTuber is their dream job. That's because it is a dream job. You moany little... Let me stop you there. Yes, look, I get it, all right? It's not the hardest thing in the world, but when you're not feeling it after 10 years, the right thing to do is to step away for a bit. And I feel very back. I'll prove it to you, okay? Let me prove it to you. I've got this save going on right now with Bolton on Twitch, live at 1 p.m. every afternoon on a weekday, so... It's my channel. I can talk about it here, surely. I've had Brozovic at Bolton in year 3. And we've done back-to-back promotions. We've had, honestly, I can't tell you, the most fun. We won League One, then we went up via the playoffs, and now we've just finished 13th. And now the board have given me £73 million. I had Dele Alli for 2 years. I know. In League One. It was so... Viewers, it's been very fun. Oh, yeah, tell us more about the content we haven't been watching. Yeah, fair enough, my bad. Yeah, okay, do you know what? Fair point. And there will be a YouTube series on this channel for FM25, not before, because not right now, but FM25 content, most definitely. And look, the reaction to the FM25 trailer and news is not great, is it? People not happy with the roadmap at all. I don't know if people feel like they've had a car crash or if they're in a queue, but they're not happy. And should you be worried, all right? Should you be annoyed that content creators are talking about creator codes? Have FM shot themselves in the foot a little bit? And is some of the overreaction way over the top? Yes. And are you frustrated that, as me, a content creator, isn't being critical enough? There are many things you can say about me and my content and the meltdown I had during the network game. But what you can't do is say that I've not been critical towards Sports Interactive over the last decade. Any creator will tell you that at events I'm one of the more outspoken people. Anyone from Sports Interactive will tell you that I'm one of the more outspoken people. And I've made a video on this channel that got 170,000 views. That was me, Zealand, Leluja, and Wet the Space, where we critically analysed why FM23 wasn't that good. From what I can tell, FM24, pretty good. And yeah, the love letter to the community, because from what I've played, it's pretty... I hate the bar too much, but other than that, it's pretty good. And now, with FM25... lots of change people are not happy about. And some of the personal, like, toxic stuff needs to stop now. That sexism, frankly, towards women's football needs to stop now. Yeah, but I'm not sexist, but stop saying the word but then. That just needs to stop. Listen, you don't have to... Let me show you how stupid your overreaction to women's football is, if I'm talking to you. And me and you are going to have a chat right now. You see all these leagues here, the ones in Europe that you don't play? Yeah, that's women's football. If you don't want to play it, don't play it. Let those who are excited about it be excited about it. It actually really doesn't affect you. Yeah, but the dev work that went into that could have got into something I can't name. Okay, yeah, do you know what? Maybe it could have done, but that's not the choice they made. And as it's their game and they're the company. But nobody wants women's football, though, apart from all the people that do, mate. Apart from all the people that do really want it in there. FIFA have done a really nice way of cross-integrating women into FIFA Ultimate Team, right? And Football Manager are putting the leagues in for a game called Football Manager, and everyone's lost their minds. Should it be the thing they lead with going into FM25? having spoken about it for a couple of years already? Maybe not. Do you know what? They've got a brand spanking new engine. Unity is something that's not happening in the community right now. It's so funny that the engine's called Unity and the community have gone, but I'm angry. It should be called the combustion engine because it's gone bang. Yeah, people really not united right now in any way. And look, we don't know what it looks like. And that's frustrating people because they think, and from what I can tell, people feel like they deserve to know. And if you're going to pre-order the game, then yeah, you do deserve to know. This is the big question. Should you pre-order the game right now? Everyone's asking. Not if you don't want to. Not until you're happy that the game that they're going to put out gives you what you want. But if you need to be told that, what? Listen, I think using creator codes to support creators is a lovely thing to do. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. And equally, if you want to buy it through Steam, that's also fine. Make a choice for you. Don't wait to be told by other people whether you should pre-order it or not. Wait to figure out for yourself whether it's a game that you want to play. And yeah, watch creators play it and see if you think, do you know what? Yeah, I would enjoy that. And if you feel like you wouldn't, then be frustrated and tell Sports Interactive how you feel by not buying it. That's not a terrible route to go down. They'll hear that. Listen, rightly or potentially wrongly, I'm choosing to be positive about the game this year. And if it's bad, will I be critical? Sure. But I'm trying to go down the positive route, and I'll tell you why. We touched on it before, right? I've been quite negative over the last few years. Did I feel better for it? Not particularly. And did it improve the game? No. So if I'm choosing to take that stance, then as a warning to other content creators who I can see going down that path of like, I'm going to bang the, let's be fair, constructive criticism drum, which can often be seen as negative and rightly or wrongly, and on purpose or not, create a whirlwind of negativity. Just be careful with that. And I'm not shilling for Football Manager. I don't get paid more. They're not going to not send me a copy if I'm critical. Again, been critical for years. And we're not directly and have never been directly paid for Football Manager. Yeah, they've comped some travel in a hotel when they invite us down for a chat about upcoming game features. Not a surprise. That is industry standard everywhere. And does it affect how we as creators talk about the game? No. It's never affected me. But what does affect me is how I can choose to feel about it in a sense of like, what's good for me? And me being slightly happier about it is a good thing for me. And if it's really bad, I'm going to find that quite funny. And admittedly, that's probably the complete wrong attitude and probably the attitude you don't want to hear. And I can see the Reddit comment now. Oh, Benji thinks if it's shit, it's going to be funny because his videos will be great. Well, they won't be. I've not been watching him for years. Okay, well, all right, fair enough. But there's part of me that thinks that if it is an absolute fire, then there's a little bit of me. Some of my best content moments have come about from the engine being a bit botched. So let's roll with the punches a little bit. And I think FM have shot themselves in the foot slightly. I think the way in which their marketing for this year has gone has been a little confused. I think bringing out all the negative information at one time and then drip feeding the positive information, which we hope there is some. And again, the lack of positive information is going, well, aren't you worried about the fact that they've not talked about anything? Well, listen, rather than make up questions that you might be asking, I asked Twitter earlier, give me some thoughts. Ask me some questions, and I'll answer them here and now. For example, Gerald here has said, is sacrificing most features to add in women's football worth it? I don't feel that's what they've done. And I feel like it's misguided if you believe that's what happened. They brought in an entirely new team, and you might think that team might have been best off served doing something else, but like this is a major part of the game that was missing from Football Manager, not man's Football Manager or male from Football Manager. And so they've put it in. And so then getting rid of features that no one's going to play women's. Well, you might not, but some people will, and allow it. In summary, I don't think that's what's happened. I really don't. Joe's asked, are you anticipating some good content to come out of this year's game? You'd hope so. You'd really hope so. They've taken draft mode away, and they've got a showdown coming up later in October over on Twitch. So I hope that goes well. I kind of hope they put draft mode back in because the World Cup used it, and so do I. Luke Thomas has asked a really good question. Are they taking a huge risk? Because with a new engine, logo, updated UI, it kind of feels like this is going to be a completely new game entirely. And that is why I think people are nervous. People have got comfortable, right? You spent the best part of a couple of decades, perhaps, perfecting your knowledge on this game. But the UI, this isn't the first time the UI has changed. It's changed before, and I didn't like it, and now I would never go back. So that's the thing that I have at the back of my mind. You don't know what I'm talking about. Our Football Manager used to look like this, by the way. It doesn't look like this anymore. It looks like this now, and yeah, it changed quite a lot. I can see why people are anxious about that, and I can see why people think they're making it into a mobile game, but for me, the key word in all of that is accessibility. And we were quite critical of the fact that Football Manager was quite hard to get into. And if you tried to give it to a friend and say, give this a go, they wouldn't play it. And their analytics probably show from console and PC players alike that people pick up the game and then don't spend that long playing it. And part of that reason will be because they don't know what the going on. And SI are trying to, I think, fix that. And so, yeah, they might dumb down the UI a little bit. They might make it more accessible. And that won't necessarily make it worse. We don't know yet. That's why people are worried. Oliver asked, are you concerned over the lack of dates on the roadmap? Well, yes and no. Like, again, this isn't something that Football Manager have never done before, so kind of used to it. And yeah, I'm still bouncing off the high of being very into this. And a lot of people have had a year's worth of Football Manager and are now like chomping at the bit for something new. And it's just not where my head's at currently. I think the lack of dates is worrying. And I think the order in which they've put out the stuff is a little bit like, why have we done it like this? If you've got a fancy new engine and a fancy new like games engine and graphics engine to show off, then you'd probably be showing them off. Yeah, that's the one I think we all want to be really wrong about. But yeah. Harry said, what are your expectations regarding the match engine and the updated graphics? Look, listen, if they're trying to lose me a little bit, Sports Interactive, this is where you're going to lose me, because not showing it makes me think that you don't have anything sexy to show. And I want to see sexy Football Manager. And I don't think that's what you're going to give us. I think it'll look closer to FM24 than it will EAFC. I'll let you make a judgment there. And then publishers asked to round us off, is there one feature they've not announced that's been taken out of the game that you'd be most disappointed to lose? And this isn't one that they've not announced that's been taken out, but the fact that they've got rid of shouts, shouts are a fundamental part of how a lot of people play this game, and it's not as fun just actually shouting. So I wonder if they're going to replace it. Outside of that, I don't want to see them water down the data hub. I want to see the data hub be made even better. And so we've not seen anything about the data hub. I'm really curious. They've taken out something to do with data, right? Some of the stuff has gone from that, but the data hub specifically, I'm really curious about. I also just want to know that how do you build and develop tactics? I'm just excited for that. All right, there's a few questions that are asked. Again, if you've got questions of your own, put them in the comment section and I'll get to them. Do you know what? This is the one video where I will go through and I will answer anything that you ask. And I might end up regretting that. But listen, all I'm saying is be optimistic opposed to being pessimistic, because it'll be better for you. And look, you've every right as a paying consumer to be concerned, worried and anxious about what's to come. But just bear in mind that content creators are nervous for potentially different reasons to you. And if we create an echo chamber of negativity, that's only going to hurt us all. I can't believe I'm the positive one. What has gone on? How am I the positive one? I'll tell you why I'm the positive one, because I need it. And it is selfish. And I'm not going to pretend otherwise. A lower league to glory save coming soon on this channel, and lots of reaction to all things FM25. I'll try and be balanced. Like, I think that's what's missing a little bit at the moment. So that's what I'm going to be. I really do hate the logo. I really do hate the logo. All right, but if you didn't figure it out by now, I'm back. And it's good to be back.